enemies, Frank Moss's friends. And it's amazing in the story, a testimony of one great individual that was a preacher in the local church in Eatonton, that he had the guts to stand by Frank Moss, risk his job, his family, his reputation, and his church, to stand by a Christian man that was right. Which, just is an amazing thing. And, Chickens Come Home to Roost, that I have talked several times on talk radio, I guess really the main thing why people love this book is it lets you think about choices. What would you do if a friend of yours was falsely accused? Would you believe what the cops tell you, or would you take the stand that that's my friend and I'm going to stand by his side? And that's really the choices that has to be made in Chickens Come Home to Roost. A lot of reviews has come out on the book. Some of them say that I'm the worst writer that ever lived. How dare I expose this story? I write like a little boy. And just really have attacked me on a lot of different areas. And I respond to them by saying, I'm not like my friend Mr. Grisham that has a staff of 100 people at Doubleday. Chickens Come Home to Roost was the last chance I had to expose this story. It took every cent that I possibly had, and with the help of friends and family and support, Chickens Come Home to Roost came off the press. Unlike what the law enforcement wanted this book never to see the light of day. And matter of fact, I think someone in Eatonton or Putnam County had uncovered some of the documents where the lawyer and the GBI man had sued me for $200,000 on this, again, a fake judgment to stop publication of this book. And I think in one part of this, they say that Doris Anthony accuses me of making a statement that she dated a black man in California. And my statement is, what's wrong? Is a black man not worthy to be dated? Is a black man inferior in the law enforcement and lawyers and judges in that county? You tell me. And then they come to me as a white man and sue me for a statement that she made to me. I mean, just amazing justice in that county. But like I say, the book, some of the reviews have been just really horrible on it. And then a lot of reviews say that, thank goodness that David Moreland had the courage and the guts to tell this story and not be a chicken and run away. And I assure you that David Moreland does have a lot of courage, and he told the story. And again, the story is probably 98% absolutely true, and the rest is exaggerated for an entertainment-type purposes. But you'll just have to make your own judgment on that. But again, it was to just get this book off the press was an amazing undertaking, and you would not believe the people that had to come together to even make it happen. And sure, there's some typos in the book. There's things that's not perfect in it, but it's the best that we possibly could do with the resources that we had. But the thing that I take pride in knowing, I guess being an author, anytime that I walk into a Barnes & Noble or a bookstore or a library, and I look at all those books on the shelves, I just think about all of those individual stories that line those shelves and that was told. The human suffering, the human sacrifice that went into those books, the rejection, every which way you could think of. And Chickens Come Home to Roost exemplifies that. In the book, Frank Moss had no rights whatsoever. All of his money was taken away. He was bankrupted. He was almost like a modern-day Job. When everything was gone, what do you have left? Either you can become the monster that your enemies were to you, or you can forgive your enemies and move on. And Frank Moss felt like the best way he could do to get back at his enemies, I guess, is to write this novel and tell this story, where all would know, not only in Eatonton and Putnam County, of the injustices that he endured, but the injustices across America that we hear about on the TV today in Los Angeles and New York of this cop brutality and cop fabrication of facts. And it must be stopped. We're dealing almost with a modern-day Gestapo today, and it's scary. It is just absolutely frightening. I know some of the articles that I have written for the Atlanta Jewish Times in several publications like that. I'm non-Jewish, but a lot of my friends are Jewish, and I know when we would talk, I had a chance to hear a Holocaust survivor one time, and he said the greatest fear that he had in America today was these wolves in lamb's clothing, these people that pretend something that they are not. And especially in the story of Chickens Come Home to Roost, we discuss this, the policemen that you thought when you were a child was your friend, that you could go to if you had a problem or something. And my mother used to tell my brothers and I this, that the policeman is there to help you and not to hurt you. But today, in the 21st century in America, it appears that the policeman is there to fabricate or possibly kill or whatever that he wants to do, because he has the power of that gun on his side, and he can twist that Constitution any way that he sees fit. And in Chickens Come Home to Roost, I think that's why the thing has been so successful, is we have exposed this, not only in the Eatonton and Putnam County and Georgia level, but I think as reviewers take a really serious look at this book, I think that our success will just continue. I appreciate so much everyone that has purchased this book. I appreciate the calls that I have received. I appreciate the negative comments, and I appreciate the positive comments. Like I say, the book has been a tremendous undertaking, a tremendous risk on my part, but I felt this story must be told. And as one lady called me the other day, she said, "You won't believe how many people you have helped." And that was my purpose in this book, is not a revenge or a hateful book or to bash my enemies, but to expose this story where good, innocent, law-abiding citizens, in black and white, poor, middle class, whatever your situation, would not be brutalized by these people that wear a 10 badge or have a law degree hanging in their office. I appreciate, again, the time on this tape. If you would wish to order the book, the local area in Eatonton and Putnam County and in Georgia is Cover to Cover Books. They're on, I think, Athens Highway in Madison, Georgia. They carry Chickens Come Home to Roost there. Of course, you can go to Barnes & Noble, order the book if it's not on the shelves. Amazon.com, you can order the book through them. And, of course, you can call me direct. David Moreland, Morelend. Glad to send you an autographed copy, if you would like to contact me or discuss it. Let me know you're thinking of the book. If you have read it, if you liked it or if you hated it, I'm open to all comments and suggestions on it. I just really appreciate this time again. Any way that I possibly can be of help, please let me know. Thank you and have a wonderful day.